They have risen. There's nothing like this. Big fan of batch 2. Today we'll be making pumpkin bread. This is definitely our family tradition. My grandma makes pumpkin bread every year. It probably doesn't seem that Christmassy, but it is delicious. Let's see how it gets made. And here is the famous recipe. All right, so here's everything you need. 4 eggs, vegetable oil, obviously pumpkin mix, allspice, pumpkin pie spice, ground nutmeg, flour, and sugar. 3 cups of sugar, y'all. 1 cup vegetable oil, also extremely healthy. This is water. You may recognize it from such things as a lake or a river, sometimes with salt in the ocean. Salt's going in, and a teaspoon of baking soda.
2 teaspoons.
2 teaspoons of baking soda. Not to be confused with baking powder, because that is not good. Now the big boy's coming in. 3 1/4 cup flour. 1/4. We'll add a large can of pumpkin puree, or in this case, Libby's Easy Pumpkin Pie Mix. In goes the pumpkin. What my grandma just snuck in that time lapse was an nondescript amount of vanilla.
Same with the nutmeg.
So in goes the pumpkin pie spice. And honestly, nutmeg in the pumpkin pie we had was so good, so I would say it's essential. And here goes the allspice. Oh, it smells increíble. Or do we need this off the top of the can, or? Nah, you're rich, you don't need that. Now we've got to prepare the pans that the 4 loaves will go in, and then they'll go into this guy. Pans have been through the war, apparently, said my grandma. That is traditional pumpkin bread, or so the baker tells me. Gonna bake it at 350 for how long? 50 minutes, 50 minutos. All right, in they go. See you friends in 50 minutes. We've been lied to. We're about halfway, let's take a peek. Ooh, they look pretty good. If you didn't know what you were doing, you might pull them right now. They have risen. A lot, actually. First slice.
It's pretty good.
Alrighty. Oof. Can't see, kind of the bread from the edge is still a little gooey, which is a positive thing. The edge is crusty, but this is so, man, gotta work on these camera angles. This is so just gooey in the best way, but it's all set and the edge is so nice. There's nothing like this, seriously. So again, see the hard crust, you can see the coloring, and then it's so gooey right there. Fresh out of the oven, doesn't get better. You can put butter, but this is good enough for me right now. And this is something we will eat on Christmas morning, which you will see. And I might have another trick up my sleeve for a new Christmas morning tradition. So good. The crust to the, like the gooey moist, it's insane. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back with Kalbi or Korean short rib tacos next. Okay, here's a better look of what I mean. You see the edges, they're darker, but it's definitely crisp. And then the inside is just so gooey in the most phenomenal way. It's delicious. Let's make some Kalbi tacos. So not surprisingly, you're gonna need some Kalbi or short ribs. These are from H Mart. If you have an H Mart or a Hanam chain, great. If not, I would just go onto Google Maps and search Korean grocery store. And then the only other things you need, or you're gonna need some tortillas. I like Guerrero. You'll need some cilantro. I guess that's up to you, but we like it. Any kind of onions work. Yunji is partial to the red onion. And then I've got optionally some like guac and some citrus. Also, you're gonna need a Mexican beer to round out the recipe. This is gonna be an extremely straightforward recipe, as we're just gonna broil the meat, cut it up, and then like kind of prepare tacos. Quick plug, these OXO cutting boards are the best, like non-stick, and they're double-sided. So if you need the ridge or not, I'll drop the link in the description. onions get me every time. These guys are potent, but hopefully they taste good. All right, we are pivoting. We usually broil in the oven, but we remembered last time we had a lot of smoke. All right, got my red onion mise, and then I've got some cilantro cut up. I've got the stems mixed in, because I prefer those actually. And then I've got reinforcements in case we need more. So Yoonji's going for the bottom ones because they're kind of the most marinated and kind of just rotating. All right, so the Kalbi is on there. We're gonna grill. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done.
It's looking like it's nearly ready to be flipped.
So that looks like it's about, well, she's flipping. So that's the kind of color you want. You can probably go a little darker, but this looks pretty solid. And you can have a little red on the inside, but you definitely want it to look cooked on the outside.
The first batch is never the most like caramelized because it doesn't have enough like juices on the bottom. So because it's already been cooking and all the juices are on the bottom, it's a lot more caramelized and like nice looking. So this is what the later batches are gonna look like. I'm just gonna give them all another flip so that this side gets some of that marinade.
We're gonna cut it open to see how she's doing. She has changed the call, we're good to go. So we basically cut down along the bone, and then once you get a long boneless strip, you can get pieces as big as you want. Just remember, once you cut, you can't uncut, so bigger pieces are better. Yoonji likes hers really small. Once you've got the bones cut, you can cut them individually. And then just have a little snack. I'm a big fan of batch 2. The marinade is looking VV good here. I'm gonna cut these up. All right, so you wanna cut along the bone, and you might be tempted to go closer to the bone, but you'll feel a natural groove, kind of like where the tendon is. So it does look like I'm wasting a lot of meat here, but there is a real natural line where you can feel along it. And then again, once you have this, just kind of cut whatever size pieces you want. All right, last 2 pieces, and we'll cut them up, toss them on there, it'll go in the oven, and then I'm just gonna go old school, heating these up, no oil. We just want these to get warm, soft. You see them cutting up naturally. Thinking about doing the next batch, kind of dipped in that. And I'm gonna assemble these. We're going back to time lapse. So I'm digging the look of these. I clearly love cilantro, and I'm just gonna go lime. And then let's eat. Boom, boom goes the dynamite. One more look at the plate. Kalbi, guac on half of them, red onion, cilantro, lime. Everyone's favorite part, you get to watch me awkwardly eat. I'll start with a guac one.
Yeah,
I definitely overdid my tortillas. Getting the citrus, the lime, getting the marinade. Meat's good, the cilantro, the red onion.
Really good with the guac.
This is sans guac. I'd say a little dry. I think kimchi could round it out just with the sauce and like the pickled. So I would say probably no guac, add kimchi, and get your tortillas right. We've made a modification. We have embedded mango inside, and everyone seems to be a fan.
It's like a take on al pastor.
Oh, it is like a take on al pastor. Like instead of pineapple, that mango, it's juicy, it's sweet. It's a little tart. It does really round this out. And it's that time of the day, adult cocktailed truffle advent. So we're gonna get Yoonji hers right here, but since she's busy, I'm gonna get today's nuts. Oh man, oh my, oh. Yeah, these are difficult. So what? Smells very chocolatey. Duh, sorry, it was dumb. Maybe liqueur de café? I don't even know what. I don't remember. I think so. This is coffee martini on there? I'm an idiot. I'm gonna have to watch this video to figure it out.
Ooh. Okay, this
remember
one
what it
is
looks
for
like.
sure.
Okay, I know
It
what
is
it is.
coffee liqueur.
Now guessed by the taste.
Espresso martini.
No, it's liqueur. It's liqueur de café.
I know nothing.
No one does. Nihilism. Thanks for hanging out. Another day of Vlogmas. We'll be back. Actually, Mexico video tomorrow. Actually, I don't know when this is posting, so we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks.